Yo, what up gamers, Dark here, and today we're going to be playing Jinx ADC. For runes we're going to be running Lethal Tempo with Presence of Mind, Legend Bloodline, Coup de Grace, Absolute Focus, and Gathering Storm. The matchup is going to be Jinx with Yuumi into Sivir and Ivern. And Ivern seems to be running Smite. I have no idea what is up with that. Is it some kind of counter jungling thing? Who knows? We are gonna have to find out, I guess. But either way, unless I somehow got this right. No, yeah, it is. Swalkow's mid. So, I feel like this is probably going to be... Oh, yeah. At the very least, a very safe matchup for us, which is why I'm going to be running the Cole here instead of the Doran's Blade, since we should hopefully just have a free time stacking that up. Seems like we're going to be starting off just 1v2, and Sivir's done the worst possible thing she could do in a 1v2 lane, which is just start pushing towards us. We're going to start immediately punishing this by not shoving as much as we can. Just going to keep this in a freeze. She will be able to keep some farm up with her Q, but we're just going to force it so that the only farm she could possibly get is with her Q. And eventually by using her Q that way, she will have to run out of mana. Yumi's doing the correct thing here by just standing in a brush, just pressuring Sivir that way. Can she do a lot of damage in trades? Nope, but she can absolutely just do some damage to Sivir if Sivir were to walk up. This way, she's able to zone Sivir not only from the minions, but also from XP. Whereas I wouldn't be able to do that because I need to stand within the actual XP, like actual minion range in order to last hit. Also need to stand away from the minions so I don't just immediately get aggroed when the minions die or our minions die. That's why I'm not able to walk up to pressure Sivir there. So the wave is still frozen. We're just going to be able to keep this up indefinitely. By the time this freeze breaks, it'll probably be either because I'm recalling or because I've made a mistake. So this minion is dropping low, but we don't want to kill it yet because it doesn't have to die yet. We want to keep it alive, harming our minions for as long as possible. That's how we maintain this freeze. And again, like I can't walk up here because then their wave focuses me. And not only is that just free damage, but it also means the wave is focusing me instead of our minions. And obviously that's not great for the freeze either. For this freeze to keep happening, I do need their wave to keep focusing our wave. I can make an exception for harassing occasionally, but I can't really commit to it for too long. So here, for example, the freeze is too precarious to bother even trying to harass Sivir. You can see currently we're sitting 28 CS to 11. We're just getting a free lead here despite not really doing much of anything, just keeping the freeze up. Zoning Sivir from XP. She is still ahead in XP, but she definitely doesn't have the lead that she could have. And I'm also blind. I didn't see Ivern here. My bad. I'll flash that, although apparently hit a minion. Oh well. Okay. Okay, we get most of that at least. Should be able to crash this wave now as well. I'm gonna use my E here to start pushing the back line. It's basically like the same damage as one rocket. There we go. So more than doubling Sivir's farm right now. We'll grab Zerkas here. It'll keep us safe from ganks, hopefully. Yeah, I guess they're basically just running a double jungle strat. pretty weird. Gonna be a pretty boring lane to watch, not gonna lie. But I do hope it does at least work to some extent, so at least the rest of the game can be interesting. So far it seems Ivern is keeping up in XP, and Echo seems to be struggling pretty hard actually. So what we want to do here is just thin this out. We're not going to break the freeze, but we are going to make sure that once this wave pushes up, it's not so big that it just immediately kills our wave and crashes into the turret, or forces us to tank a lot of minion aggro. At the moment it's more than big enough for a freeze, so we want to try and minimize that. 4 casters is more than enough for a freeze, so we'll just leave it at that. Just being very cautious with her E. Doesn't want to waste it, but I don't know what else she would actually use it on, so she may as well. This minion block is making it very inconvenient to actually try and pressure Sivir here. Again, it's too big right now. I don't have to let it be this big. There we go. If I was Yumi, I might consider leaving the lane right now. I don't want to give up this farm though, because if I leave to go to a fight here, Sivir crashes this really fast, and I miss all that farm. Okay, I did fuck up and just accidentally let the freeze break here. That's fine, we can always create another one. It's gonna take some time to actually get us set up. Suppose we could have just not touched this wave and see whether Sivir did anything. That would create a freeze, but if we get a bounce back at the right time, that should be good enough to get a freeze as well. So I'm gonna delay this wave crashing for a little bit longer, and you'll see why soon. So this wave is going to crash now, and it's going to be still alive by the time that this next enemy wave shows up. So now the enemy wave is halted. You can see it's just not moving. It's just stuck trying to fight my wave. And they don't actually lose any HP, and now you can see that their wave, or both waves, are on their side of the map. And that means that inevitably, that once their wave shows up, it's gonna arrive faster than our wave, and then obviously that's gonna start killing our minions faster than their minions are dying, and that's gonna be the setup for a freeze. It didn't matter anyway because Sivir just started pushing the wave when she shouldn't have, but that's how you create a freeze out of nowhere. You just crash the wave but delay it a little bit. If I'd crashed the wave faster, then my wave would have been dead before the enemy wave arrived. Unfortunately, this is kind of complicated. If we had a better bot lane for abusing 1v2s, we could do something more satisfying here than just zoning Sivir from XP. But as it stands... Oh, I don't even have Yumi on me. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, as it stands, all we can do is just mildly threaten the Sivir. Anyway, I should look to base soon anyway. I've got a Noon Quiver I'm sitting on. You can see I've got a pretty big CS lead over Sivir. It's not flashy the way we're playing this lane. It would be much more exciting if I had like a Nautilus or a Leona or anything like that. But even with Yumi, we're still able to abuse the matchup and just in terms of getting a massive CS lead. Just by having the proper macro. I'm just gonna focus on crashing this wave now, since Jinx has plenty of wave clear to pull this off. Unfortunately, if she wants to try and freeze this, there's not much I can do because I don't have vision here. I don't know that I wouldn't get ganked to try and walk up and prevent Sivir freezing. So that is what it is. I'll just grab another longsword. This will eventually build into Phantom Dancer. So now I'm just going to deny Sivir any opportunity to base and match my items by just pushing this. I don't think she's actually trying to crash it anyway, so I'll just freeze for now. But just making sure that she couldn't get a crash of her own that she could just base on. I'm just cautious that I'm not getting ganked here since people are pinging stuff. I don't have Yumi with me, so if I were to get ganked, even if it were just by Ivern, that wouldn't be great. We'll get vision with the traps. Just gonna have to flash. Ooh, my bad. Okay. Still, now we're going to start shoving this. Crash it as fast as we can. If she wants to base, she's gonna have to miss at least one entire wave, possibly more. If she doesn't want to miss out on the wave, she's gonna have to stay, and she's gonna be diveable. And this is also gonna create an opportunity for us to finally get some platings. The downside of freezing is that obviously you don't push the turret, you don't get platings, you don't, you know, get that early turret advantage. But I would say it's more than made up for the fact that you do get, you know, just a lot of farm advantage. We should be able to crash one more wave here as well. Getting ganked here, unfortunately. Damn it. Oh, so close. If I had my ult up, that was actually going to be a kill. Oh well. Is Yumi AFK? He seems to be. Well, I guess we can just sell this alongside for a mythic now. No, I actually want to do Guild Force here. Our team isn't too tanky. I do have some threats that Guild Force will be useful against, like the Jax, the Valkos combos. We'll be weaker in laning phase though. Okay, took a bit of unnecessary damage there, but we also did some damage to Sivir. I'm just gonna start playing more aggressively now, especially as I know that Ivern is topside. Oh, I do still have somebody bot side though, apparently. He's still sticking around. Until I see Yi on the map, I can't really do anything aggressive here. Except just sit in a brush, see if I can force a random trade against Sivir. And yeah, that's just straight up an AFK Yumi. Interesting. We'll hold all of our abilities now until we see the Sivir spell shield. And even then we see that there's no need to use them, so we just won't. Perfect. There was a little bit of risk that Master Yi would still be around, but because of the unpredictable nature of that trade happening, where I'm just sitting in a brush and they don't even know that I'm even still in the lane, it's not really going to be prepared for that and able to react in time, especially because you would assume he's on a camp somewhere. will at least force... No. I'll try and wait out his ultimate. Okay, he can at least be slowed now. Does he have boots? He does. Only tier 1 though. I guess we should be okay here. Perfect. After his ult was done, I might have even tried to 1v1 him, but I didn't want to take the risk. Yeah, we'll go for Phantom Dancer here. That's rough. Nah, I don't want to surrender this. These team fights could be interesting. In fact, I'm going to go mid here instead of bot. Can't go top though. I'll just definitely get dive. Okay, Jax actually has less items than me right now. He's got probably more gold, but he's not really using it at the moment. So if a fight were to happen now, that would probably be the best time to ever fight Jax. God, I hit ball cause. Shouldn't have healed. She was never gonna live there. Why does it feel like... Oh, because they are 2 AFKs. I'm gonna say, why does it feel like a 3v5? Got him. I'm so fucked here. Ugh, I even tried to flash away from the auto, but... it's hard to do that. If I hadn't been hit by the silver Q, then it might have worked. Odd that this would happen when they're the ones that had ADC having to 1v2 in laning phase. Play some traps behind them. There we go. Huge. Suddenly the shutdown goes to Echo. Definitely would have preferred that on me. Still, since Shen isn't in the game, that means there's just one whole free lane that we can farm as a team without having to share it between each other. Ivan wants this. He's trapped. That was a terrible ult. It still hit him though. Besides, he's kicking my ass. Okay, there we go. I think Echo's about to take this. Okay, he tried. He tried, but he sure did not succeed. Which is for the best, because why would a 71 CS at the 20 minutes Echo use red buff better than a fed Jinx? Okay. Can go grab a BF sword now. God, I'm a magnet for these focus Qs. That wasn't even aimed towards me, so I wasn't expecting it to be hittable. Range of those traps was a bit too short for what I had planned. He really doesn't want to let me take stuff that'll help me carry, does he? Damn it. Oof. There, and that's gonna be tough to deal with. Bit unfortunate that I didn't get the kill on Jax there. Maybe I should have led with the Gale Force. I'm gonna try and get some mana back here. Actually, I don't think they're gonna be pushing here. Hopefully I can get away with shoving one wave. Definitely no chance of getting that turret though. Ooh, I might be in trouble. Yeah, I'm definitely dead here. Whoops. One CC led to another. My bad. Good luck on the 2v5 defense, guys. You know, we could still have a decent chance of winning a team fight if they try and fight under a turret or something. Holy crap, he doesn't take damage. No! That passive would have saved me. Passive proc from killing Yi. Oh well. We tried our best to win this game. It's kind of hard in a 3v5. Especially when there wasn't even anybody we could kill in our lane. There was no chance to get fed in this lane because of the fact that they would never try and fight us because it was a 1v2. So in that sense, it was actually a bit unfortunate for trying to 1v9. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Later, gamers.